Yeah, why?
Okay.
So Jerm actually playing the Zelda. This is a canon matchup, by the way. These two.
Yeah, they fought. It was right before they wanted to fight Ganon on the top of the tower.
No, it was right after. Like, you know,
right after. They're like,
right
you're
after.
next.
No, it's like, you know, it's the two rivals after the journey's done. Then they fight each other.
Oh, it's like, oh, you thought this was over.
The true enemy was Zelda all along. Ganon was trying to save you.
Yes, the whole time.
Anyway, I guess we can talk about the actual matchup itself. As we can see right now, Zelda is a character that normally likes to put up walls and that sort of thing, and Young Link just has none of that. The fact that he can throw out these projectiles and put on so much pressure from a distance, from so many different angles, has meant that, yeah, there has not really been a big chance for Jerm to play the game that he probably wants to. Not only that, Young Link is a character that once he gets in, he just does so much damage. Oh, he actually, I think he might have done that on purpose so that he could cut the lag on his up air short and maybe try and combo more with it. That would have been silly. All right. Now, one thing about Zelda versus Toon Link by nature, yuck. Young Link can struggle to kill. He has a lot of really cool confirms and, you know, all this flashy stuff that leads into kills. But when you're talking about just in neutral, when both characters are in the red, it can be really difficult for him to reliably take stocks. Zelda is a character that doesn't really have that problem. She has so much kill power. You know, there is the kill power that comes from setups, but then also, as we've seen, her forward smash, her down air and up air,
Okay, all right. Peace out, Link. It's fine.
Wait, did it tell it to the legend that it stopped?
I think
did he hit down?
I'll take a look. He did it the wrong way.
Oh.
How?
Wait, what? Okay. Anyway, that's a big break for Jerm. Means that now.
Oh, I see what happened. So he thought that so when he got dash attacked, he thought that he got turned around because he got hit. But the new thing in this game is, like, if you get hit by certain moves strong enough from your back, you won't turn around. And so he was just like, oh, I should be facing the ledge. Hits Z. No, you weren't.
Now, one thing that I'm excited to see, actually, never mind. I was going to say I'm excited to see how Extra O would play Young Link from behind. Because, you know, when Young Link has a lead, he has lots of effective ways of playing. You know, your opponent is forced to approach. Usually you have a % lead, so you can play a certain way. But when he is the one, sort of, the onus is on him to make a comeback. I'm always just curious to see how players adapt, change, and just tailor their gameplay for that. It seems like no character switches in order. Felt like he was in control for most of that, and it's just an unfortunate SD. You know, sort of being unfamiliar with the game mechanics are what did him in.
All right, so Jerm getting rid of Unova and Yoshistari. So Extra O going to be opting for Kalos. I can see this because, like, Young Link has a wall jump, and you don't want to. He just wants to, like, keep his juggle game going. He's a fast-moving character, so when you can outmaneuver, sometimes you just want to, like, keep them in one spot. You don't want to give them that extra dimension of landing.
Yeah. However, at the same time, just because Zelda's floaty, I feel like Extra O would kill off the top a lot. His up air is, of course, one of his best finishers.
But
and
remember,
that higher ceiling might.
But remember, the way that, like, he has, like, some of his, like, crazy strings, that platforms on the edges can actually end up being, like, combo extenders where he can do his side B stuff and end up killing off the side.
Ooh. And right there, that down air honestly was more than enough to finish the job. Jerm is similar to game one in a pretty rough position. Okay. That's something that I've always said in Zelda. can be really effective. Just like you hit up B, and it's an option select, where if you're against a projectile character, you hit up B, and then you watch them. You're like, did they pull out a projectile? Okay, teleport right to their face. Did they not? Just teleport in place then. It's very non-committal, and if your opponent is really gung-ho about just throwing out projectile after projectile, it can sometimes lead to their downfall. And, all right, Extra O's mad. He is upset that he lost that last game because, as you can see right here, he is about to have a 2-stock lead. And only 72% on him. Wow, DI's out of that elevator combo. Really great stuff from him. We're seeing a lot of these up Bs from Jerm. Might be a little bit of a... All right, okay. Catches him dropping shield. I'm not sure if he was trying to go for a parry, but all right. Regardless, Extra O still in a comfortable lead here, a full stock to work with. And considering the way he's been playing, he can just rack up damage super reliably. That up B out of shield is so good, can lead to so much. Extra O, though, being hit by a lot of these phantoms. Seems that Jerm is getting a little more comfortable actually finding ways to put the pressure on him from afar. Oh, he is at the nice percent, though. Legends have been told. Oh my, the spacing on that. The bait, that was just phenomenal drop from Jerm. And now he's actually 1 stock away from just winning the set. He got lucky game 1, but this right here, this is not luck. This is pure skill, just absolutely beautifully playing around his opponent. Jerm still behind, though, and there are lots of ways that Young Link rather, can just end a stock pretty quickly. His damage output is crazy. His ability to lead into those finishers is, look at that double fire.
Ooh, I like that
and the
way.
air dodge is caught. That's going to be game 2 for Extra O. Leading it to a game 3 as we see Battlefield insta-banned. I'm wondering where we might end up going to. And PS2 as well. FD maybe? Honestly, though, I don't think FD is a great pick just because it felt like for the most part, Extra O was getting down for free. Not for free, but it wasn't like the big strength that Jerm had going for him was juggles.
Oh, going back to Kalos.
Interesting. Now, I do think that he started to get a grasp by the end. However, like this is one of the big things about Young Link is when he starts getting momentum, it just escalates and escalates. Like, he brought him down to that last stock, and things were looking pretty even, and then he just did 100% uncontested. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! He's swapping to the Toon Link. Now, this is going to be... Now, the differences between these two characters, I am not exactly sure how this plays out. I think that this is very even, like super even, to the point where it's really going to be who plays the projectile game, the spacing game better is going to be the victor. Like, you see that a bunch of their moves are similar. That boomerang in particular, the way that they will just like deny space from the other. Well, actually, I'm wondering why Jerm was playing Zelda earlier, because his Toon Link is looking super comfortable, super strong right here. 121%. This is looking like the opposite of last few games. Just a massively strong start from Jerm, and yeah, the Extra O I don't think was ready for this. He's been spending the last 2 games playing against a slower character. You know, Zelda, you have time to think and, you know, come up with a game plan. But this Toon Link's pressure, the way that he's just throwing out projectile after projectile being in his face. Even now, the damage continues, confirms off of the bomb. Wow, he's dead. I forgot about that forward air. It's so strong, so meaty. This Toon Link from Jerm is looking brutal right now. Oh, there are so many adjustments, so much ground that needs to be made up from Jerm. Sorry, from Extra O at this point.
Yeah, when you're a deficit versus Toon Link is a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, oh man, I've even forgot about that component of it, that if he wants to, he could play a very obnoxious game. But I mean, Jerm is not really doing that. He is still, you know, being at a more of a mid-range, you know, still approaching, as we can see, which, I mean, it's working out for him. It's getting damage. So I absolutely agree with that. Now, Devin, so you have Brawl Insight. Is this like a brawlish Toon Link? Because I know that.
I'm not really sure. I don't know Toon Link that well. He wasn't a very popular character, and I honestly don't really remember how he played. I mean, he's always been like kind of the runaway character. So like even in Smash 4, like he hasn't really changed too much. He's just like, yo, check me out. Look at my static knockback bombs, so I can combo into fair.
Oh, that's
oh yeah,
big.
check out my sick back throw. I've always had that.
Not quite the death yet, but,
yeah, but
I will say that Jerm, Extra O right now is doing it, starting to make this comeback. If he can end the stock right here with a big smash attack, he absolutely keeps himself in the running. Oh, but he is definitely at death percent himself, so he needs to be absolutely careful. When he picks that right moment to unleash, it has to be the right one, because otherwise, after... It seemed like Extra O was pretty confident, you know, after beating his Zelda, but that's going to be it, I think. Young Link not going to be heavy enough to survive a Toon Link back throw at the ledge, and that means that Jerm, looking like a completely different player once he switched to Toon Link. Like, I think that was to the point where in a different timeline, if he had won game, if Extra O had won game 1, he probably would have gone Toon Link game 2.